I am live. Okay. It is, let me put my glasses on because I can't see the clock. It is almost 1 a.m. on September 1. So happy Labor Day, everybody. Hopefully, you don't have to go to work today and you got the day off. But if you do go to work, I hope you have a great Monday. And yeah, so I don't expect anybody to be joining here. I have less than 20 subscribers. I don't stream very often or post very often, but I wanted to give a shout out and say thank you to some people, some creators that I've been following for a while, and they've really been very generous to open up their studios virtually to a lot of people, including me. And anyway, so I am here to show you my very first zine that I've made. First zine, and then a journal out of these zines, and trying my hand on doing some tab binding. So I followed this lovely, lovely, sweet lady, Mary, and she has a YouTube channel called the Mary Atelier. I'm probably mispronouncing it really badly, so I apologize. But I'll put some notes on the description later. And she is hosting, leading this project. If you're part of her, if you're a member of her YouTube channel, a paid member. So she has two tiers. First tier is 99 cents a month, and then the second tier is $1.99. So it's $1 or $2 a month. So I belong to the $2 tier. And she does for members only videos and projects that we can all work along. And this one is so fun. And I actually got motivated to actually do it. I start things, but I never quite finish. I never keep up. I just watch. She's a lovely person, and she's formed a very lovely community of such nice people and very supportive community. And some of the nicest people I've never met in person, is what I like to say. So in any case, she's doing this project called the BerZine or BerJournL, and that's BER because it's for the last months of the year that end in BRE: September, October, November, December. So you get the idea. And so it officially starts in October, but she started to show us how to create the zines and how, ideas and how to bind them. So she just started this not yesterday, Saturday, but on Friday. And I jumped on the bandwagon because I think it's going to be really fun. So yesterday, Sunday morning, I did this prototype of creating four different zines and then combining them into a journal using this tab binding technique that I found really easy. I found a YouTube, somebody, I don't know, somebody, there's plenty of tutorials on how to do that. So I'm really glad I did this prototype because I really learned a lot about making the zine and cutting it, because you can see how raggedy I got with some of them. And then of actually folding them too so that they are pretty flush. So this, as you can see, is not quite flush and straight. And I don't think you'll ever will, but can get it, or unless you've been doing these a lot. But it got me a good way, a good idea on what it takes, and learned a lot about these, the pages that you have left over. Because then I learned that since September has 30 days, when I combine the four zines, they each have 8 pages. So that's a total of 32 pages. I started numbering them immediately. And when I got to the end, I'm like, oh, I have two left here. So I can repurpose the last two for the last days and give myself for the month of September a title page and either a table of contents with the prompts I'll use or a blank page, or at least use it as a big spread, right? And then everything else for the month, for the days of this month. So again, really useful to do your prototype, because then when I did the real one, I did something different. I added covers and I didn't do it in my prototype. And then that's what threw me off. You think it was easy, but yeah. So it's not bad actually. It's a little not very sturdy here because it's being held by two. So I think I'm gonna try to do something to give it more stability, or just leave it at that. Who cares, right? So this is what I made then this on Sunday night, and I've been trying to record to show you guys and do say thank you to Mary and others, because all of this I didn't make. I just put it together. So this beautiful cover, it was a piece of scrapbook paper, and this was gifted to me by another online friend. Her name is Becky Bokern, who also has a YouTube channel. She's an amazing gel printer. I met her through another group called the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists on Facebook. You do have to request to join that group, but just answer the questions. And you'll be let in. But I got to that group through another YouTube channel called PM Artist Studio. And it's a duo of a mother and daughter who make amazing art. P is for Patricia and M is for Mariah. I recommend you check them out too. That's where I met Becky, and through the Makers of Mixed Media. I think I've known her now for a good maybe over a year now, definitely over a year now. So we do exchanges, and she sent me this one, which was so cute. And I thought, how perfect would it be to use it for my September journal, zine journal? Um, so that's what I'm using here. And then these beautiful dyed blue papers. I didn't dye. These were made by the talented Jacquelyn from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. And she has a YouTube channel too. She does art every now and then. She comes online, but she mostly uses that to sell, to do her live sales of her dyed papers. And dyeing paper is an art, let me tell you, because I tried it a few times and it's not as easy. You gotta have the know how, you gotta learn a little bit about chemistry, right, as well. So hats off to Jackie that makes really beautiful dyed papers. And that's where I get my dyed papers from. I've been building my stash from there. So, anyways, I selected these blue ones because they remind me, and they're gonna represent the fleeting summer blue skies that give me the feeling that the sky changes, doesn't it? I don't know how to describe it, but you know that, oh, the sky, that means fall is coming, summer is leaving. And yeah, so that's what I picked here. And then I selected these fabrics, red and yellow, with some cool designs on it that I cut up into strips to use for the binding, the tab binding. And these also, Jackie also sells others, makers items. And these were from little scraps of fabric that I purchased a lot. And these were put together by this other creator. Her name is, she goes online by Painty Girl. She's got a YouTube channel. Her name is Lori. But yeah, so she's had some lovely fabric lots, and I purchased those because you got to build up your stash, and I don't have enough time to do the thrift store shopping or looking for that. So I'm grateful that there are people that do that. So like I said, I learned a lot from the prototype then to this one, because even when doing the fabric tabs, I guess I didn't account for the glue. It shows how much I know. Um, I don't craft as often as I would like to, but as you can see, I don't know, I think I used too much glue, and so I got some globs of glue that came out. So I think I'm gonna try to pick that with some tweezers if I can. But if you can, I don't know if you can see on the camera, this is even this, the glue seeped through the fabric, and so they created this white crusty film now on my red fabric. But anyways, I guess that's the whole point of trying things out, right? Um, but because I did something different from my prototype to this, I added the covers. It threw me off. So I think I did the tabs. I don't know, something threw me off. But so it's a little not as sturdy as when being held by washi tape, but I guess the washi tape is stiffer than fabric that has more flexibility and give. But anyways, I'm pretty pleased with my September zine journal. Maybe I'll use some of this fabric to reinforce it a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it as that. But in any case, if you want to join along, I highly recommend you subscribe to Mary Atelier's channel, YouTube channel, and become a member. Even maybe just for the months of when we're doing this, because this is going to be fun. They're small enough that you won't feel overwhelmed trying to complete a whole bigger page, right? Because that can be daunting. And they're small enough that, you know, they're almost like an ATC. You're like, oh, yeah, so long as I got my things handy, I'll just slap something together. Well, not slap something together, create something for that day. And they're small enough that if you fall behind, because we all got lives, you can catch up because they're not big. And it's up to you how complex you want to do it or how simple. You could slap do some paints on it, make some painty papers, so do some layering, do a collage, do a quick little drawing, a quick little sketch, or maybe even just write in your journal and maybe do some doodles. Doodles also some are awesome that I've seen people create. And then you're gonna have some cool little journal of zines. So anyways, I think I am going to probably not do anything more because it's late and I'm tired and it's Monday and now I got to think about work for Tuesday. I should have taken Tuesday off. Um, so I will probably do a quick pop in and just show you what I'm make for September 1. Um, and then I'm probably tomorrow gonna put together more of these zines for the month of October. But that won't be very exciting to watch me fold and cut unless that's your thing, right? But anyway, you guys have a good Monday, and I'll see you guys later. Or not. Who knows? Bye.